So today we're going to be playing some Pokemon TCG. As always, I mean, we're a Pokemon TCG channel, but we're going to be playing with the Brilliant Stars format. I'm not necessarily playing the most Brilliant Stars deck. I'm playing Jolteon, typically a deck that Lindsay plays. But I do have a couple new cards in here, like Ultra Ball. I think I have Ultra Ball in here. Okay, yeah, there's Ultra Ball. Got a couple copies in there. I think that's what Jolteon gets. Lindsay, what deck are you playing today?
I am playing Entei. It's kind of pretty much built like the Suicune deck with the Ludicolos, just some added new Brilliant Star sauce, like the Kindler, Magma Basin, Luminion, all that fun stuff.
Okay, so I mean, I think it's going to be really interesting. Basically, I think this is a cool matchup because if your deck is kind of like a spiritual Suicune Ludicolo, I know that Jolteon, being Lightning type, has definitely scared that deck off a little bit. So it's going to be interesting now that Entei has a fighting chance now that it's not weak to Lightning.
Yes, definitely.
So basically, if anyone wants to know what's going on with our lists, we have access to our lists in the description. If you're watching this live on the Shuffle Squad, by all means give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and be sure to check out the content from Lindsay on her Twitch, on her Twitter. You can check out her socials in the description. You can also check out my channel as well, Zach Lesage. So it should be cool.
Should be cool.
Also, I can't like these sleeves. I'm so used to shuffling with the new sleeves that I got from the team challenge. It's one of those things where I'm just like, these are like some beater sleeves because I had Jolteon from the previous format. So, not necessarily as smooth as the fresh sleeves. Got to work these sleeves in a little bit more.
Break them in.
Okay, we'll roll with that. Would you like to call heads or tails?
I will do heads.
Heads, okay. And it's tails. So I will unfortunately go first for you. I'm gonna rob that opportunity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. This hand's not bad at all. I don't dislike this.
Oh, I'm not loving this.
Oh no. Well, I mean, that's what we're gonna get with these early deck list videos. Like maybe Jolteon just remains the queen deck, right? Maybe
Right.
it just stays and is really good. So we'll have to see if Jolteon remains. Is Entei a contender? We will find out.
Manaphy's looking at me from the sidelines now, like, why did you not put me in this deck?
I feel ya. Oh, Lotad start. Is Lotad weak to Lightning?
It is,
Okay.
and we are starting off with a lone Tad. He is by himself.
The lone Tad, okay.
The lonely Tad.
We'll pick up for the turn. I'm gonna go Quick Ball, discarding a Research. I mean, I don't think Jolteon's strategy necessarily changes. I'm gonna be searching for some Sobble dudes and trying to get set up there as quickly as possible. Trying to go through with a thorough deck search here, see exactly if I have Energy Search, things like Elemental Badge, things like Jolteon VMAX. Should be pretty cool. I will be going back in. So I'm going to go ahead, Quick Ball, away a Quick Ball, searching for another Sobble. I mean, your deck's also explosive, so I think there's a chance that you could, I'm slightly worried that you might find a way to, like, attack my Jolteon V for a decent bit of damage turn 1.
I was thinking that that's really what I need to do, but if you were, I mean, my hand is a little tragic.
Okay.
But
well, we'll have
see
to
what
see
I
exactly
can...
what that might, like, maybe it's just one card. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll top deck the absolute stones.
If I do get a nice top deck, then things could be looking a little different.
Gotcha. Well, we'll see if you're going to top deck real soon, because I'm just going to pass here.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and draw. Oh, that's a nice top deck, I will say.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and bench Entei, my little top deck there. Okay. I think I'm gonna attach this air balloon to my little lone Tad.
Okay.
I'm gonna retreat him. We'll use the fleet-footed ability. Okay, that's looking better already.
It's also, like, I find it super hard with all these new cards to, like, know them right at the gate.
Yeah, so sort of a. So I think what I'm gonna have to do here. I just need more cards, really. So
Sure.
I think this hurts a little bit, but I think I'm gonna use this Ultra Ball and discard a Magma Basement and a Kindler.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I mean, I got 2 more in my hand.
Okay. Might be one of
So
those, like, building the deck list kind of vibes. Needs, like, a bigger shuffle. I find, like, decks at the start are just, like, they kind of got those PTCGO hands.
I don't want to like overdo my bench, of course, playing against Jolteon, but like, you know, I kind of have to. But I think I might just. I think I might just have to grab a bat here.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think bat's good. At least I don't have a turn 1 path in play.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to grab a bat to at least get some more cards. The only, I know we talked about a little bit, the only thing I'm super concerned about with Magma Basin is that when I do attach a fire from my discard pile to a benched Entei, is I have to put 2 damage counters on it, which will be, I'll have to make sure I use it at the right time, definitely.
Yeah, that's really fair, actually. And it's something that, like, I don't feel like you and I, when we were both discussing, like, which matchup should we play, what should we do, because it's kind of, like, tough to curate which matchups to play. Finding something that's enjoyable for people to watch that's new content with the matchup being at least fair. That might have not necessarily been something that I felt like I thought of. And I don't know, I think it's going to be a really interesting dynamic. Even if it crashes and burns, I think it's a skill set all on its own.
So I think I'm going to Ultra Ball again, discard Slumbre and this fire.
Sure. I'm actually getting so hyped for Brilliant Stars.
I am too. Ugh.
Like,
I just like need a bunch of cards. I'm gonna grab this Luminion.
Gotcha.
I just need cards. Well, I guess I'll be going back in with it. Yeah,
Always
so
a good tip to anyone who's been playing online. If you are going through a search the same way that I played a quick ball, went back through before shuffling the deck, make sure to like kind of use those wise searches. It's tough transitioning in between in real life and online though.
I'm gonna put down the Minion while I can without the path, and so I'm gonna be grabbing a Marnie. My one Marnie.
The one Marnie. The good thing about your side of the board though is that you need those bench Pokemon in order to do extra damage with I think it's Burning Rondo. Definitely not Blizzard
Yes.
Rondo, but all the same, you're focused on the bench Pokemon, so I need to keep my bench petite whenever possible. I know that you want to have that fat bench, but also understanding that Jolteon does bench damage. It's such a weird matchup, actually.
It is. It's a very interesting one. Okay, so I am gonna use this Marnie.
Gotcha. It's time to shuffle the hands. I always think Marnie is such a weird card, especially when it comes to like shuffling, because like, do you cut your opponent's hand? Do you like?
I've had people ask.
Really?
Ask if, yeah.
I'm like, bro, you're not gonna see any of those cards, like ever again.
Okay, that's a little bit better.
I don't know how I feel about this hand.
It's a little bit better for me. So I'm gonna attach my fire energy here, and then I think I'm just gonna have to pass.
Gotcha. Okay, well, I'll pick up for my turn. I'm gonna go with Energy Search. Let's see what else we can get going on here. I will be going back into my deck. Evolution Incense. We're going to evolve into the Jolteon VMAX. I'm going to go back in. Drizzile. Shady Dealings. I think I just want to go for a Professor's Research deck, because my hand is not at all great beyond this. Oh yeah, I'm totally eating breakfast. If anyone wants to know, I'm totally having some holiday crunch with, I accidentally spilled the crumbs in the bowl, so that's why it looks kind of gross over there. But the life of a content creator, right? Like, I know Lindsay's always eating cookies on stream.
I'm always eating something on stream.
Also, no sponsorship. I found these the other day. There's Goldfish vanilla cupcakes.
Ew.
Flavor. You think that's gross? They're not the cheese ones. They just like, they're like little,
okay.
Yeah, they're like little graham crackers, and they taste like you remember Dunkaroos?
I don't know. No, I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, maybe that was a Canadian thing. I don't know. Does anyone in the chat know what Dunkaroos are? I don't know if that's just like a weird like Zach thing in my mind that I think that everyone should know about. But
Dunkaroos.
Teddy Grahams, you have Teddy Grahams, those kind of things.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but vanilla cupcake flavor of that.
That actually sounds pretty good.
Yeah, they're all right. I mean, I just picked them up because I thought they were fun.
I'm gonna grab my water real quick.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just gonna play a path and then research. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on. Okay. These are definitely some cards that I was looking for, so I'm about it. Got the Elemental Badge there, so my attacks can go through. And I'm gonna go Level Ball here. I need Zigzagoon to have the bench damage go in on Lindsay's side.
Yeah, the only downfall of not wanting to play these extra supporter V Pokemon, but my hand was pretty tragic.
I feel ya. Yeah, I need to hold on to that like that, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go Headbutt, Tantrum. Let's put the 10 damage on the lone Tad that is no longer a lone Tad, the one with the air balloon on it. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna Max Thunder Rumble and hit your active for a hundo and wipe that low Tad off. So now the other one's a lone Tad.
Yeah, now the other one's a lone Tad.
Pick up a prize.
I can't remember who I remember. Someone was saying that on stream, and it was hilarious to me.
I feel ya.
Also, something I noticed about Entei is that Entei has the 230 HP and 3 retreat costs.
Oh wow, that's something that I also probably wouldn't have naturally like thought of. Because how much does Suicune have? 210?
Suicune's 210, yes, and 2 retreat cost.
So that makes it a little bit nicer, so I don't go Max Thunder Rumble, Max Thunder Rumble. I have to go Max Thunder Rumble, Quick Shooting, and Zigzagoon to knock out your active.
Yeah. So I was able to get another Tad out. Other Fire Energy, and so that's the only playable cards in my hand. So I think 5. How many you got in your bench? So 8. So we're hitting for what?
1, 2, 3,
180?
5, 6. Yeah, I think 180 is the correct number there.
So instead of Blizzard Rondo, we're gonna hit up that Burning Rondo.
Burning Rondo, Jolteon, yeah, burn, bro. There
It burned.
Okay, well, I mean. Yeah,
Also,
I guess.
see, like, I'm not too used to playing Suicune, so, like, I just remembered that I forgot to fleet-footed, so I need to keep that in mind going forward.
It's also we got the path on my side.
Oh,
so.
oh yeah, path is out, path
so
is out.
You're not forgetting, I guess I'll put the path over on this side, because as we can see, the natural lighting in my room is starting to cause a glare on these wonderful Ultra Pro eclipses. So Path to the Peak does exist there, peeps. We'll put it there. Okay, so the 180, and I don't think I picked up for my turn yet, so I will pick up for my turn. The extra carders are my prize cards. I'm gonna put Jolteon down, kind of leading to that extra damage. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and we'll grab the quick shooting Inteleon. Do I want to go forward with this? I mean, I definitely want to knock out your active, but I also want to knock out your bench. It's kind of a weird scenario. I think I'm gonna go Level Ball here.
Yeah, it's definitely a little uncomfy having, especially like the bat and the Luminion here.
Yeah.
Just because this is like one boss away for an Oko. With that being weak to lightning.
Yeah, I feel ya. Oh, I didn't even think about that. That is kind of spooky.
Kind of dirty.
Yeah, 100%. I am gonna go ahead and Drizzile search my deck for I'm gonna search my deck for a Scoop Up Net my Zigzagoon, because you said you're active as 230, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna Zigzagoon, Scoop Up Net to active, or Zigzagoon and hit the active, so it's at 110. I feel like you're like closer to winning this game than not, because that 230 HP is huge. It just requires me to have so much extra.
Yeah, just if I had more to work with in my hand here.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's also one of those things if your deck's like at path and like maybe it's one of those things where the Entei deck needs to re-hit the drawing board, or maybe it's just not going to work anyways, but we'll have to see how everything goes there.
I wasn't really considering Manaphy in this deck, but just with, I don't know, I think it might be helpful. Just I feel like I have an extra bench space, but there is a lot of Pokemon that you kind of need to have, like the Tads. I mean, the Luminion, if you like have to use it, there's no way to like get it out.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like in most games, like I guess you gotta hope for what's it called? You gotta hope for like maybe just one Crobat, one Luminion. I don't know. It's always like a tough struggle, and I feel like, is Jolteon gonna see play, or does the thought of Manaphy scare it away? Right?
Doesn't scare me away. I'll just say.
Okay. You heard it here first. The Jolteon Queen
does not scare me.
Does not scare her. I think that's a fair way to look at it. I'm gonna go ahead and quick shooting onto your active. So we have it in range to knock it out. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any other way to hit your bench. So I'm just going to go ahead and Max Thunder Rumble, knock out your active, and draw 2 prize cards.
I will put out Entei. I'll draw for turn.
John, what decks gets us most excited about the upcoming set? I think anything with Arceus is hot.
I agree. So this is a little tragic for me. If Path wasn't out, I would be in a better place.
That's a sad one.
I am currently rocking with singular cross switcher and a Luminion against Path to the Peak.
I mean, I think like if there's anything we can take from this game is Path to the Peak is still randomly strong in just situations that it's not just from you. It's good in just random situations like this. Which is unfortunate for you.
And since I already had to discard a Magma Basin, I didn't want to play my other one because I did want to kind of try to win the Stadium War as much as possible. I didn't want to play it down until I needed to.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have to fat pass here.
Okay, I think I might have it because you said Luminion chilling at 180 HP.
170.
Even worse. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go Shady Dealings, Inteleon here.
Yeah, you gotta boss that boy up.
Boss's orders up the Luminion, quick shooting one of the benched, and then I'll draw my remaining 3 prize cards.
Oh yeah.
So that's cool. Every deck's allowed to dead draw every once in a while. We'll see if we can get a full-fledged game with the Entei deck this next one.
Yeah, Jolteon's like, how dare you even try to play anything else other than me?
Exactly. I feel like I'm a traitor here because again, this is Lindsay's deck. Maybe next time we'll flip the script and you could play maybe you could play Jolteon one of these other games.
I have been honestly considering putting like a Pyukumuku in like every single deck that I play.
Really?
Just
some people love that card. I don't know how I feel about it.
I mean, obviously until I start with it.
I mean, what I know about Pyukumuku, have you ever played Pokemon, the new Pokemon Smash game, or Pokemon Snap game?
Not the new one.
The new one has Pyukumuku in there, and it's like innards like wave at you, and I think that part's kind of cool. But yeah, he's just a cute little dude. But I don't know about in Pokemon TCG. I know people are like, they either live by the Pyukumuku or die by the Pyukumuku. And
It's just, it honestly can be like kind of a lifesaver, like an extra way to draw cards, like even if with Path is out. Honestly, mostly for the memes. Mostly for the memes.
I mean,
But
that's fair.
I don't know. It's just I feel like Puke has been kind of calling my name recently.
That's fair. I mean, by all means, go for it, right? Like, if you find a strategy that works for you, I think that there's probably 1,000 different ways to build a deck list. I mean, there's probably a core 55 cards here or there, but if you want to use one of those spots for Pyukumuku, hopefully it saves you.
Pick out Palpad, insert Pyukumuku.
Gotcha. I'm assuming your deck. You probably want to go first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that makes sense because like you can't necessarily be like my opponent's gonna bench a whole bunch of stuff on their first turn and I'm gonna get them with Burning Rondo. I think if you have a turn to set up, at least before even at least like a Path or something out in play, I think that might be a really good strategy for you.
Yeah, because if you get Path out, I'm probably not going to be in an amazing spot.
Yeah, I feel ya.
At least on your first turn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Interesting. Well, at least I'm not starting with a Lone Tad.
Well, I am.
Oh, really? Lone Tad just really wants to come out to play, like, rearing up all day.
Like, hi!
I'm gonna make it on stream big time. Shout out to the 15 people watching the Lone Tad.
My big debut. Lone Tad's big debut.
Okay.
Oh, Lone Tad, you can do this. Okay. At least my hand's not super tragic. We'll go ahead and draw for turn. Okay. I will, oops, throw that down. No, I will, I go ahead and, we'll go ahead and Ultra Ball, discard this fire and switch, or I'll grab an Entei.
Sure.
Take a quick little look-sees here. Okay, I'll grab this Entei. I'll be going back in with this Capture Energy here. Place this Capture Energy on Entei.
Yeah, I feel like this is already much better than the entirety of the last game.
Yeah, a little, yes. Okay, I'll grab another Entei with that. This call for Lotad's Call for Family's not terrible.
I mean, it's really not that bad. Like, there's definitely like
There's better Call for Families, sure.
but there's also worse Call for Families or Pokemon that just have like an attack that does 10 damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like at least Lotad kind of to the core is thematic with the deck.
Yeah, I'm gonna scoop up my little Tad here.
For a second, I thought you were like trying to attach a Scoop Up Net, and I'm like, Lindsay, we're on stream. What the heck?
Like, no, please don't. I'll go ahead and fleet-footed.
Gotcha.
I will use this quick ball. Discard a rare candy. I'm gonna grab a bat here.
Okay. That explosive turn. I gotta get those out before I go Path to the Peak. I'm reading through the live chat right now. People saying, what's up? How's it going, peeps? Tabletop. Love watching Tabletop. Got Sack in there. What's poppin'? Tabletop is better than PTCGO. I mean, I'd have to agree at this point. I feel like the Fusion Strike format is not necessarily my vibe right now. I feel like I've played enough of that one.
Yeah, it's definitely more fun to be able to play. We're gonna use that Crobat for 5. Okay.
Decisions.
I do think that I want to get ahead of, even though I'm not like thrilled about playing the stadium quite yet, just because I do want to try to win the prize race, but I am going to go ahead and put Magma Basin down.
For sure.
And so I am going to go ahead and use it. So I'm going to, just because I know you can't max Thunder Rumble, obviously, in your first turn. So I am going to grab this fire from my discard, attach it to one of my bench, but I do have to put those annoying 2 damage counters on it, which we'll see if we get punished for that. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, that certainly would have helped out last game when I was trying to get those extra damage counters. So, I mean, maybe that's what they factored into the HP. If you think about it for Suicune, like, there's the extra 30 HP buff.
Mm-hmm.
Or the extra 20 HP buff, but...
And I think what I'm going to do is do this last little Ultra Ball. I think I want to grab another Tad, make my Tad not so lonesome.
Okay.
And I think that will be my turn.
Okay, let's pick up. I mean, I can't necessarily complain about this. I know that, I don't know how I really want to react to this. Okay, so I know I'm playing Quick Ball to start things off. And I'm going to go Quick Ball discarding. I know I need this. I know I need this. I have to discard the Cheryl, unfortunately. So, I find, like, do you find as a
Jolteon watching, like...
Right. Do you feel like you discard Cheryl more often than playing it? Because I feel like every time I play Jolteon, that Cheryl's hitting the discard pile.
Yes, and that's why I love Palpad.
See, I feel like the Palpad to me is just like... I can almost deal with the Cheryl being in the discard pile. I feel like I'm the other way, where I'm just like, I want to yank that green-haired supporter out of my deck. But... Yeah, no,
I know a lot of people don't like the Palpad. I've had like some people try it and be like, this is absolutely terrible, but like, it has worked. It's just really worked for me. Like, yeah, I've just been able to use it in really awesome clutch situations that, I don't know.
I think it's also one of those things that if you're like putting yourself in a position as a player and like kind of growing your name, like you're able to make those decisions for yourself too, right? Like everyone's their own player, and not everything has to be the Zach list or Tricky Gym list or Azul list, right? Like I think your Palpad is what makes your deck unique to you, and I think that's cool. I'm attached to the Sobble because this Sobble's about to be a whiny little boy. I'm gonna bump your Magma Basin with Path. So, I mean, hopefully that slows you down as much as it did last game. And then I'm just gonna go keep calling. I'm really debating on how many I want to have in play. Something that really worries me is that you might be able to knock me out. Because right now you're able to swing for 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say you bench 1, 5, 120 on your side. 1, 2, 3, 180 on my side. So I'm actually gonna just bench only the one Sobble. From keep calling, because I think that's probably the safest way for me to go about it.
Yeah, and I have no pinging.
Well, I gotta watch out because you got those cross switchers, right? Like you could just yeet this Jolteon into oblivion, maybe. I mean, that's the goal.
Yes, and that is something I'm also trying to keep in mind with setting up, and which is why I wanted to go ahead and use the Magma Basin to get a fire here, in case I need to use that. So, speak of the devil. Yeah, Path is definitely a huge bummer. So I'm just gonna attach to my active here, and we're just gonna have to go with knocking that little whiny Sob out with this burning Rondo.
Gotcha. I mean, we'll see exactly what goes on with the Jolteon there. I mean, this is why I like Drizzile Engine. I know a lot of people are like, Arceus V-Star might be like the biggest thing. We have to understand with Arceus V-Star comes a lot of Path to the Peak play. So it might be a little bit difficult for people to get through with those abilities. I feel bad though that the Entei deck is struggling a little bit.
And I mean, that's what the testing is for.
I mean, yeah, if you were trying to go to your local store and pick up some pre-orders or something, maybe Entei is something that was on your list and you're like, this might really help. I mean, at the same time, I do want to say that, like, don't let a single best of 3 match or a couple games between some players let you decide. I'm sure Lindsay's definitely had some games where Jolteon does not set up back-to-back for her. And that could just happen.
Sometimes you get the goon starts.
Yeah, exactly. Those are the rough ones. Jeez.
How are you feeling about Barrel?
Ooh, I like the barrel a lot.
I'm definitely like more interested in it now.
It's one of those cards where like just having access to drawing cards again, not under any kind of path ability, is huge. Kind of got a really start here.
You know what I actually think would be a really good addition to this deck? Maybe if I take out one of the bats or take out one of the Luminions, is what's the green goblin looking guy?
Oh, Eldegoss.
No. The one with like the horns and the mustache. Why can't I think of his name? It's like a tornado.
Cricketune?
No, like it's like, I don't know why. I have to look it up.
I'm like, which kind of tornado devil like mustache?
Tornadus.
Oh, is that?
Tornadus.
Oh, okay. That's is it kind of like Pumpkaboo?
It's the ability is Sudden Cyclone. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may have your opponent switch their active Pokemon with one of their bench Pokemon. It's like an escape. It's like a one-sided escape rope.
Okay. I mean, I don't hate that.
It wouldn't be the best against Jolteon by any means, but
Probably
decks that like to play a smaller bench, it could be.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely fits in for the Burning Rondo kind of putting a Pokemon on your bench, because you wanna have your side all fixed up too. You already have damage on the benched Entei.
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay, so I'm actually going to go ahead. I have to go into the deck, so I'm going to go Level Ball here. I was a little bit, like, reluctant, but there is a world where you could potentially knock me out with Ludicolos. Your hand doesn't scream like that's going to happen, but it is quite a possibility. So I'm going to go ahead here, search my deck. I'm going to grab a Quick Ball. I'm going to go back in with the Quick Ball. I think I'm gonna end up just I need to decide what I want to go in with the Level Ball. First, I don't know what I want to discard. Do I want to discard the Jolteon VMAX in my hands? I think I do. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pitch away Jolteon VMAX. Searching my deck for a Jolteon V, so at least I'm prepared for future turns. I am going to go Level Ball back into the deck. Level Ball, searching my deck for that other Sobble that I never grabbed. I'll make it real easy for you to OHKO me if you got it. Fingers crossed that you just don't have it, though. Robert, we're definitely beefing up on the viewers. Shout out to the 20 people or so watching. If you haven't already, toss the Shuffle Squad a subscription and give this video a thumbs up. It really does help boost the YouTube algorithm.
Hit that thumbs up.
I don't think your deck runs Tool Scrapper, so I'm going to go ahead and attach the Elemental Badge there. And I'm going to go ahead, hit 100 to the active and 100 to the benched Entei with the damage on it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Not. I can throw down this last little Entei here.
Okay.
So I'm only hitting for what? 5, 9.
220? Or not 220,
No,
200,
200. Yeah, and for that, if that path wasn't out, I would be able to help myself a little bit here.
That's tough too, because your deck just played, I think you play 4 of the Magma Basins too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep. So we are gonna go ahead and just do our, I mean, knowing Cheryl's in the discard pile is also a little nice for me. I'll go
Yeah.
ahead and do Burning Rondo for 2 hundo.
Burning, burr. Okay.
Feel the burn.
Let's pick up for my turn. I'm gonna go ahead and take those off because we've done those. I'm gonna go ahead and go for Inteleon. I'm gonna quick shooting your active, hit it for 20. So I need to try to get some kind of knockout. I'm gonna go ahead and Scoop Up Net this Inteleon. So I can kind of go like this. I'm gonna hit your active. Do I want to hit the active again for 20? That's tough. Your bench has how much damage on it? 120 right now?
Yes.
Okay, so I will hit your active for 20. I'm gonna go ahead, Drizzile Shady Dealings, search for Level Ball Zigzagoon. This is gonna be an amazing 4 prize card turn.
I already see it in the cards for me.
At least you have
for you, I should say.
At least you have that other Entei down. Hey, hello, Duraludon game is for... I'm not sure what you mean by that, Omar. But hopefully you're having a good day. Hopefully everyone here is having a good day.
Yeah. It's a little rainy here in Atlanta, but...
It's a little snowy here in Toronto area.
Ew.
Yeah, the snow's kind of been gross.
I'm here with this burning rondo over here and the nice warm rain.
I feel ya. Maybe that's why the rain's raining on the parade of the Entei.
Yeah, no burning rondo.
Zigzagoon, 10 on the benched Entei. The one with a bunch of damage, just in case you...
I'm like, oh?
Did we catch Zach slipping? So yeah, we're gonna go ahead 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna attach my energy to this Jolteon.
Speed lightning.
And
The speed energy is like what is my favorite special energy. I mean, that draw power is just so good.
I love it too. I think it's like an incredibly balanced card, I think. I mean, I don't think Jolteon changed. Like, you can even see, like, I think there's some slight buffs from Ultra Ball having a little bit of extra search. Yo, Aaron, how's it going?
Yeah, it's Burning Rondo is getting a little burned up in here. Just that the path is still very tragic.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just, like, really the thing to take from today. So let's go ahead and I think I probably want to have the damaged one in the active, especially with my Cheryl gone. My thought processes on that is I almost want you to knock out my active instead of you having some way to knock out this one. Because, I mean, you could pop off if you find a way out of path. Maybe you'll go Magma Basin, attach, low Tad Ludicolo, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that it's better for me to let this one go down with the ship. And maybe that works out well for me. Maybe not. We'll see how it plays out. But yeah, I feel pretty confident.
My top deck is going to be very...
Yeah, it's probably really important for this game.
Important.
So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to knock out your active and I'm going to knock out your benched Entei with Max Thunder Rumble, drawing 4 prize cards.
It's Jolteon Tings. So I'm going to... See, this is where it's a little tricky. It's really depending on what I pull from the prizes. Or what I pull from the top deck, but I think I'm just going to have to go with the Entei.
Yeah. That's fair.
So I'll go... Roger. Okay, that's not what I was hoping for. Okay. So I am gonna use this Raihan.
Okay, that's kind of step 1 of the solution, maybe.
Yes, it's just like what do I grab now?
Because I mean, I guess like the issue is that Lumineon that's been in your hand for a while. You can't necessarily you could play it, sure, but you already played the Raihan as a supporter. You can't.
And plus,
grab a
Path of the Peak,
Crobat.
it's not even gonna do anything.
So what can you grab is the big question.
I do have 1 cross switcher in my hand, but again, that still doesn't help me. If I even want to attack.
Well, you need an energy if you want to attack.
Yeah, so like I feel like I kind of just have to grab an energy here.
And that, yeah, that's just rough. I feel like...
Because
I
I
don't
do
know.
have... I think I am just going to have to maybe grab a capture energy.
It's fair.
Just like hope that I can bump your path at some point. Yeah, path is definitely the MVP.
And it's one of those things where, like, on paper, you'd be like, oh, Blizzard Rondo just gets you a card without thinking too much about it. But your deck is way more ability-based than I could have ever imagined with the being reliant on the Luminion and the Crobat. So, I mean...
It is.
maybe like I know a lot of people think that Jolteon's going to be a tier 2 deck. I'm not saying that it might be more than that or might be less than that. I think that Path is definitely carrying this matchup, and I mean Max Thunder Rumble's as good as it's always been so far, especially if you catch someone like Lindsay not playing Manaphy in their list right now. And I mean, I think I'll put it like this: I've been playing Tabletop for the past few weeks in Brilliant Stars formats. None of my decks have Manaphy right now. I took it all out. I didn't think it was worthwhile.
Yeah, so I'm gonna grab this capture energy, I'm gonna attach it, and I don't have another Entei, but just, I mean, in case I'm able to get maybe path hopefully bumped, I'm just gonna grab this Galarian Articuno, not use its ability, and hopefully I can just pull something helpful that can last me a turn. However, you only need one card to win. You just need one card to win. And 1,
2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, so that does... I mean, at least you're getting the knockout.
yeah, so I think I will just have to Burning Rondo and Coward a little bit.
Yeah. For me, I think I have game. I didn't necessarily check to see if Boss was my last 2 prize cards, but we'll go in with
I'm pretty sure it's in there.
Yeah. And I could just
did pull some nice prizes though.
Okay. Rip. poor Entei. I mean,
poor
like,
Entei.
I think it's one of those things too where like you sneakily drew 4 prize cards this game though, right? Like I think like you were only like 1 turn off from winning. I think you could have won the game next turn, especially with like Kindler maybe. If I didn't win the game this turn, like let's say if that Cheryl was a boss and my other boss is prized here, it's one of those things where you could have easily won that game. And maybe not easily, but I think you could have won that game. There was a world where that was still a potential. So I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily call off Entei. I think it's one of those things where it's interesting, right? It is
interesting. The 230 helps, but I mean, just the Inteleon engine is still just as good as it ever will be.
No, I feel ya. So I know that we were planning on only doing the one series today. What are you feeling here games wise?
We can knock the other one out too. The other.
Okay.
Or do you want to? Or are you talking about with this deck or other?
Oh,
decks?
I was actually